All right, how do we do this? Hi friends, my name is Noodle and welcome to my brand spanking new YouTube channel. Well, okay, it's been here for a while, but I haven't really done much with it. But for the last year and a half, I've been streaming over on Twitch, and that has gotten me interested in making more YouTube content to share with you. If you followed me here from Twitch, you know that I'm a variety streamer. I play games from Sims, which we're going to be tackling today, to Minecraft, to Stardew Valley, to more adventurous things like Borderlands and BioShock and Cyberpunk. We even have a community night once a week, which is really fun. We play things like Jackbox and Words on Stream and Gartic Phone, where things get really weird really fast. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a build that I did in The Sims a little while ago. That was part of a shell challenge issued by my good friend Carrie Kitty, who I'm going to link below, both her YouTube and her Twitch. She also creates custom content, which is really heckin' amazing. But this started as a shell challenge that Carrie issued a few months back. I had wanted to build a cyberpunk themed building for the longest time, and she built this shell that looked like an apartment building, and I couldn't say no. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm also going to show you my version of V from Cyberpunk that I built in The Sims. I also have a river ward that I built that you are welcome to download from the gallery. I'll include my information for Origin down below as well. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I just want to show off this really heckin' awesome build, and maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, friends, let's dive right into it. It's really important to remember that this is based on a shell. So I was given the outline of a building to work with, so it's not going to be a perfect replica of the apartment building that V lives in Cyberpunk. This is just inspired by the apartment building itself and Night City. I've made sure that it's nighttime so you can see all of it in its glory. Also, you can't see her because she's hidden behind my camera, but I'll show you my V as we go through the apartment building. This is inspired more than anything. So we're coming up on the sidewalk, which I've decided it's a solar panel. It's supposed to be a parking meter, but I figure it is a travel station, a fast travel station that you see throughout Night City and the suburbs and stuff like that. So here we are. This is Night City Tower, affectionately named. So outside V's apartment building and on the base level of her apartment building, actually it's a couple different levels as well. There are a ton of vendors. There's a lot of people selling things. There's food kiosks, but Night City is also really gross. And this is probably the grossest build I've ever built in my entire life. So I try to emulate that as much as possible, but I had to do it outside. So I used quite a few of the little food stands that are in a couple different packs. Also, nothing in this build is CC, which is really important to mention. A lot of these things came from the expansion packs, the kits, the stuff packs, but they also came from debug. I cannot emphasize how important debug is when you're building something. There's so much there to find and add, and it just adds that extra little bit of flavor and detail to your build. So a lot of these things were hand placed, especially like the bottles of booze. I put booze literally everywhere. The broken down guitar, we've got coffee cups, we've got trash, we got Chinese food boxes literally everywhere. And then we have a set of weapons over here. So we're gonna go up just a little bit so I can show you where people can purchase some weapons. We got a car just kind of chilling. Whoever's selling the weapons has some pizza as well. Very important, very important. I'll do a peripheral view of the building real quick so you guys can see how gross these alleyways are. There's just trash literally everywhere. But it was, it's Night City. It's gross. It's the future. People don't clean up. Things are everywhere. However, you'll see once we get into the building that there are different tiers to the apartment building. So like the first tier is like a common space for everybody. The second floor is the cheaper apartments. The third floor is where you'll find Via's apartments. So those are a little bit higher level. And then on the fourth floor is like the VIP like penthouse suite. love this little trailer. I feel like it crashed through the gates. I thought it was really cute. So we did add in the trailer. We got so much trash. And of course, there's the fire escape. Just a little bit of everything around here. Oh, I also, when we get around to the ATM, first of all, it's a stolen ATM, which makes it even funnier. But there's some money on the ground and on top. So there's some loot for you if you want to grab that. So then we go into the entryway. Let's bring it down just a little bit. So in the entryway, we've got a couple different stops. We have a couple vending machines here and a little place for people to sit. And we've got some neon, all the neon in the world because it's the future. Why not? If you've played Cyberpunk, you know that there's a bunch of different fighting options that you can do. You can enter into different fights throughout the game. There are a lot of side quests, a lot of side gigs, but that's a heavy one throughout it. So I set up this little rink. We've got a betting station here as well, and of course more booze because why not? And over here we have the shooting range, which is very important, especially in Night City. You want to make sure that you're prepared. This area is locked for protection. It's cluttered. It's so cluttered. You can imagine that it was cluttered. But then if we go in here, you see our lovely, we should bring ourselves up just a smidge, the lovely shooting range. The biggest thing about this space was to make it kind of lived in and gross and cluttered, because that's really what it is. There's just stuff everywhere, and not only just loot in the game, but literally just garbage, which CD Projekt Red did amazing in emulating how detailed the garbage was. So that's kind of something I wanted to make sure was present in this as well. Look, more loot. We've got guns for sale. If you need to pick anything up equipment wise, make sure that you're prepared. Gonna make our way upstairs, which is not always the easiest thing to do while in this mode, but we're gonna make it happen. There we go. All right, welcome to the first floor. And I'm gonna actually bring us over to this one first because it's the first one I worked on. And in through here, we have like the grossest apartment I think I've ever made. This is just an orange theme. I tried to like pick a color theme for each of them. So we go in here and it's just a little studio efficiency apartment. All the alcohol. We got some takeout, we got pizza, we've got soda cans, we got a backpack, we've got a drone. And then we go in through here and we've got a little bathroom, which is grimy and disgusting. And you know, it's fine. It's livable. But that's Night City for you. And then we have the next one. We got little mailboxes for everybody. And this next apartment, this one's gray themed, so it's very dark. We've got some Chinese food on the table. We've got a lovely little kitchen here. I actually really like this kitchen. I think it came out pretty good. Love this kitchen. We've got posters on the wall, lots of posters, lots of pictures. Lots of little robots, fun stuff, magazines galore, shoes, all the fun details. I also made sure to put like tech gadgets pretty much everywhere and tablets because it's the future, and no matter like what class you're at, you're gonna have something like that kicking around. And then this one is a green themed apartment, which is actually a really cool. This person is clearly working on some tech. Lots of gadgets, lots of technology kicking around. Also still more booze. I really like this apartment. I think it came out pretty cool. Possibly ex-military. I figured from like the military bed. And then we have another little bit of a grungy bathroom here for this person as well. Fun fact is that I lost this save so many times while I was building it. So I had to rebuild that room, I think probably 5 or 6 times. And I was just like, I'm done with this. So now we're on the 3rd floor, which is really exciting because it's V's apartment over here, but we're gonna start with this one over here. I love these mailboxes so much. They're so freaking cute. Also, as we move through the higher levels, sometimes it gets a little zoomy, so I apologize for any zoominess as that happens, but hopefully it won't be too bad. We still get the gist of the apartment. All right, so let's go through this door. This is a little bit higher class apartment, still kind of a studio space, still small, but you can see that the equipment's a little bit nicer. It's definitely a lot cleaner. We've still got some takeout, still got some drinks on the counter here, but we've got some technology. We've got some free earbuds, yeah, the fancier computers, nice little desk setup here, lots of pictures, lots of posters. I love this little sitting space. This is kind of similar to V's apartment, which you'll see in the next build, where they have that little sunken in couch space, which I thought was so cool. I tried to emulate that as much as possible where I could. Look at this bed space. We got weapons on the walls. We got posters. We've got a little laser gun in the corner. Money, definitely money. But then we have a little bathroom. This one's much nicer than the ones on the floor below. Much nicer, much cleaner. My V is actually in this apartment currently. So we're gonna come in here. And so this is V's apartment. This is basically the V that I created in Cyberpunk, who I love and adore so heckin' much. I did take the female V route, which was, it's fun. I don't know. I like seeing women being badasses. So this is basically my V. This apartment was so much fun to make. I did do the pan flag because you have so many options in the game, and I love that there are so many romance options in the game, kind of representing the full spectrum. So I loved that a whole lot. She is the most cluttered desk in the world. I feel like she has a lot she's been working on. She's got a lot of tech. I love this little sitting area here. I loved her living room space in her apartment. I love everything. I love everything. This bed is like the coolest thing I think I've ever built, ever. And I love it so much. This little kitchen space. Oh, I also put some cat stuff in the apartment. I know that V doesn't technically have a cat, but there's a cat in the alleyway, like right out the beginning of the game, that you can interact with, and it was like the highlight of the whole game for me. I love this bedroom setup. I love that the beds were kind of like tucked in these little nooks. So I tried to do that as much as possible as well. Just got a gun over here, some magazines. So this is V's apartment, and I think it's really fun. Again, it's a lot cleaner than the apartments below, but it's still pretty cluttered. V doesn't have time to clean. She got more important things to do. And then we do have a kitty box. I did lean into the cat thing just a little bit, because you know that she'd probably let the cat in occasionally. I love this sink. I love the lighted mirror and everything. So this is V's apartment, and I really love it, and I love her. So now we're at the penthouse on the 4th floor. It's going to be probably very zoomy, but I'm going to do my best to go through this. So we go in, and we've got a super clean kitchen space. We've got a bar in the kitchen itself, but we have the sitting area with a big television over here. Also a little sitting area outside with fancy futuristic chairs. So little sitting area. We've got a desk with some awards, lots of awards. Books. I love this little bubble divider here. Also, this glowing door is everything. I know it's a club door, but I was like, they would have this in a penthouse. So then we've just got this very blue and white. I felt like it was a very clean, kind of neon color. For their master bedroom up here. We also have a suitcase full of money, because you know that we'd have them. Also free earbuds, because what is a Sims game without free earbuds, right? There is a glass ceiling. There it is, which leads to the upstairs, which is the roof. But last but not least, we're going to the tippy top of the building, which is a roof bar, because why not? If people are going to hang out outside, they're going to want to drink, even if it's raining, which it currently is in game. We have drinks sitting around. We have cans. We've got coolers. We know that like the bartender themselves is just stocking it with stuff that they've purchased. There's nobody professional running this bar here. There's a community garden, which I set up. There's a little nude gnome hiding in the corner there. some solar panels because, you know, you got to be a little bit sustainable. I also set up a music space because I feel like they would probably have open mic nights, emulating Johnny Silverhand just a little bit here and there. And I had to keep the neon blue guitar, which is just so good. And there's pizza everywhere, literally everywhere. There's graffiti all over the place. There's a ton of neon. It's just so fun. I loved using these little fences that glow. All of the string lights. Really, like, just looking at it from the outside as a whole is just so much fun. Like, I don't know. I felt like it really emulated Night City, and I had such a blast building it. I also have a version of River Ward available for you if anybody is interested in downloading him as well. He's on the gallery and a personal favorite of mine. I try to get him as accurate as possible given what we have in the game to work with. He does use quite a few packs, but you can always swap things out if you don't have, you know, the right things. But he is a personal favorite of mine, so he's a little bonus as a treat. So that's my tour, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for tuning in for my very first video. It's been really fun to be here. If you are interested in my live streams, you can catch me over on Twitch. I'll put the link below in the description as well, along with all the other details. But I stream at least 4 times a week. Again, I'm a variety streamer, so I do a little bit of everything. If you like a wholesome, fun community, if you love The Sims, if you love kitty cats, if you love just absolute chaos, we'd love to have you come hang out with us. Until next time, bye.